India's tea and rice exports are going to get impacted. There is no doubt about it. Because Iran is a significant buyer of Indian rice. The once again, the broad draft estimate suggests that exports of basmati rice, particularly to Iran, are in somewhere around 4 to 6% of India's global rice export volume. So obviously, if the pressure from the US is there and then it gets reduced, then of course there will be a negative impact. The impact everybody is thinking about, not in terms of India-Iran trade, which is much smaller, but the impact on India-US trade, that is there in everybody's mind. So obviously, the roughly speaking, if we take a yearly average for the last 5 years or so, then obviously Indian export to the USA is 20% of its total exports. In both goods and services, everything all together. So obviously that market is in danger. That market is in risk. For most Indian export farms which are exporting to the US, they will be impacted. The major vulnerable sectors will be the usual ones like textile and garments, and then gems and jewelry, engineering goods, and so on. But the major problem is that there are certain geostrategic projects like Chabahar Port with Iran, and then some of the Indian companies and exporting companies, not only the some of these engineering services export companies, some of the ports and construction companies, they will be facing increased scrutiny. So now what is required is possibly, that everybody is talking about finding new export markets, export diversification, basically hedging your export security. So that is the need of the hour, but it is easier said than done, and it will take some time.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download Metro TV Extend sekarang.